Dwayne, welcome back, bro. I want to say thank you for covering last episode. Did a really great job. Tore a hole into that anime. Fuck, man.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Jesus.
How was your birthday?
It was good, man. It was good. It was I didn't drink a lot, but I didn't drink enough. I did eat a gummy. A weed gummy.
Shawn, we at that age where we can't
that
be
that shit put me on my ass, bro. I was laying on the bed like, oh yes, I feel so good. Went to sleep, walking that station. I think that was the Friday. So then the Saturday when he was like doing the video and shit, bro, I was just sleeping all day, man. Then we went somewhere else for that. But it was chill, man. Nice and relaxed. I had the week off.
Mm-hmm.
Not much you can ask for, man. We at that age, man. It's not a big deal. I don't need to go and party and shit no more.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we do. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Been working on my artwork. That shit is looking better. Like I freaked out today because I was like, holy shit, I draw a hand and it doesn't look like a bear claw.
To be fair, I've heard from artists that the hands are one of the hardest parts of the body to draw.
So hard because so when I first started learning how to draw, they said put everything into shapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the hand, each hand can move, each finger can move in its own individual axis and create different shapes. So you gotta think about it, you're combining at least, I think I did it one time, at least 10 to 12 shapes. That's a shape, that's a shape, that's a shape, in a shape, this is a shape, this is a shape, this is a shape, but this shape come like this, and I create a new one. So it gets really, really complex, man. And sometimes, like one of the artists I was talking to, he was saying like he spent 2 months just drawing hands just to get better at it. And I was like, shh, I gotta start thinking.
Yeah.
Been good.
Cool. So we're gonna roll out the new format to the show. We're gonna give it a try, see how it goes. This week we're covering Ranking of Kings. Just recently finished season 1.
Mm-hmm. That came out this year?
Yeah. Well, it started late last year. So it's but did it take a break? I think it like missed a week or something like that. But
okay.
But yeah, was it 23 episodes?
Yeah.
Ranking the Kings, man. So you know what we gotta do? Run that motherfucking intro. All right, Ranking the Kings. So this week we're breaking it down a little different. We're gonna talk about the story and stuff. We're gonna do it like that instead of having all that in the rating section, like how Dwayne did it last week, which was brilliant. Like I'm watching last week's episode, not last week before's episode, and I'm just like, yeah, we could do this. This is actually a little better because it's easier to. I could say this will keep us a lot more on track because usually we just talk about the whole anime and then break it down at the end, but we tend to like end up talking about Star Trek and shit. Like somehow, like we always we always end up in like left field. So we're gonna go ahead.
You know what? You know a funny story behind that. That was my third take doing that. Because the first take I was like, all right, let's just talk about this. And I was talking about it, and I was like, man, they're just talking a bunch of shit. Delete it. Start it over. I was like, all right, cool. Let's talk about this. So I was like, you know the problem? I usually this works better when I got Shawn to talk about it. I'm just talking to myself. Let's analyze this bitch. My own style. Yeah.
To be fair, every time one of us do it individual, it's different than the original show though. Like it never breaks down the same way because it's hard not to have one is a discussion. The other one's just talking by yourself. I'm just like, this is a lot harder. So we can go ahead and hit that. Let's chat.
Let's chat.
All right. So we're going to start off with the first section, which is story. All right.
Okay.
Story. So it surrounds this prince. This young prince. Oh my god, the name.
Bojji.
Bojji. How the fuck I forgot that name, man. I finished watching it like when the last episode came out. I was watching it week to week.
Okay. Easiest way to remember his name is to call him Bojji, like Bim, and then take out the U.
Yeah, man. Bojji, man. Bojji. I'm gonna say Bojji for real. Bojji. If he's a deaf dumb or deaf mute.
Mutism.
Yeah, so but he could read lips and stuff. But look, at the beginning of this anime, man, they started off. I was like, dude, they're doing him dirty because he used to go and hang. He met his what ends up being his best friend, the shadow creature.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept taking his clothes. Well, he kept giving him his clothes, right? And it's just like, what the fuck? And every day he would walk through the town just his underwear and stuff. And they set up the way. I don't want to get into characters and stuff, but it follows him. He's like extremely weak and stuff like that, and it follows him as he was supposed to be king. The throne was pretty much stolen from him by his brother Daida. And then they try to assassinate him and stuff, and then it follows him and his way back and reconquering this kingdom and stuff. And then there's a whole bunch of storylines in between there with a woman in the mirror and his father and stuff like that. Because his father dies at the beginning, but there's a whole thing about that too. And then
we're not spoiling it.
Well, it's still fairly new, so I would say we could try to do limited.
Okay.
No, there's no way to talk about the story without spoiling it. Just don't be like, and then
this bitch done some shit.
Yeah. There's some crazy characters in here, but we're gonna talk about that in the character section.
Yeah.
And then it follows Bojji and him getting respect of everybody and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's short. And there's a whole. You can see they setting up other seasons too, especially with the demon.
Yeah,
that demon left hanging. And he told the demon, "I'm gonna save you." So we're looking for that. That brother, that immortal brother,
Oken.
Yo, that dude's a menace. Even though they cut his head off. Anyway, that dude's a menace, bro. That's the only dude that gave Bojji at the end like a problems. And then we also. All right. So you got any thoughts before we continue on in this? I don't want to keep talking because I love this show.
The story was hit and miss for me.
Oh Lord.
But I didn't change my ranking of it. I automatically love the story because it brought something fresh. Mutism, and I was like, oh my god, like,
because it's usually a blind person.
Yeah, it's usually a blind person, and I was like, oh, a deaf person, this is dope. So I was completely into Bojji. I was studying how he moved, how he taught, how he understands things, how he reacts to emotions. Like, I was completely involved, and I was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Like, I told my wife, like, yo, you gotta watch this, literally, because this person is deaf. And it was something fresh. It was a fresh new story, and it was it reminded me of Rolling Warriors.
Oh wow, Rolling Warriors.
Whereas, kids can watch it and enjoy it, but it still has that element of, this anime is for adults. Like the story is rich enough that an adult can enjoy it. So I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because you probably grasp a little more than a little kid would. Some of the themes and shit.
Yeah.
And you start to realize they also showed that, man, just because you got just by having a disability, sometimes, man, motherfuckers they just treated him like shit straight off the bat.
Nah, B. No. Humanity is a piece of shit.
No matter what show.
Listen, there has not been an anime where the humans are the worst things within the country, you kid. Yo, I felt so bad for Gigan. I was like, kill all them motherfuckers. Show me the curse, Shawn. Yeah. I was like, kill every one of them. Kill the king, kill Oken, kill all the mercenaries.
Yeah, Gigan got that dirty. What's her name? Miranjo. Like, you know, every once in a while, a lot of the times, and I think the writing of the villains have gotten significantly better in all medias now, because it's to the point now that they write it as, you know,
some shit happened and they
like they did like what they did to her mother and stuff, and then did to her, which caused Bossy to freak the fuck out and shit. Like I probably going on the villain route there too. That's why I never understand how Naruto stayed good, but that's a different story.
I need to hear that theory.
We'll talk about that. Shoot the shit. Yeah. So yeah, I get you. They started a lot of story plot points. Like you could see the web spreading out, but that's the problem was like series, series, because they finished the main one. They finished the main story, which was, Bojji getting the respect and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's the demon thing. There's a lot more. There's like what actually is you realize that there's actually ranking as kings by strength, right? But they never really went it, even though that's the name of the fucking show. They never really explained it to the end. You only saw like that guy, the king.
Despa
or Desher.
Yeah.
Despa's the brother. He's the one that trained Bojji. I'm looking at it right here, bro.
Really?
Desher's the one on the throne.
Desher's the one on the throne. Okay.
Despa is the one that he can't fight, but he could, you train Bojji. And then you got Oken, which is the one that got the immortal.
Oken.
Menace. Fucking menace. The menace of Oken, bro. But yeah. So that, like, he's supposedly like the number one ranked king right now. And
Oken or Desha?
Desha. Oken isn't a king.
Yeah.
And he's like the number one king right now. So he remembered there was a scene where he like walked down the hallway with this guy. He was like, I accept the ranking, the number one ranking, right? But you don't really understand what that ranking system is. Then you also have
you don't.
Yeah. You also got what's his name? Kage, or is it Kage?
Kage.
Okay. I always fuck that up. I'm reading it in English. Anyway, Kage. You got him. And his story, like, his mom, his whole clan got murdered, but you never saw that kingdom again.
Yeah, you never saw the kingdom.
So there's a lot of stuff.
And you never understood. Yeah, and there's also this like story of why he's stuck in that farm. Because apparently they were humans. They are humans.
There's a whole bunch of.
But if you remember in episode either 3 or 4, but when Bojji and Kage got first talked to Desha, he was saying, look.
Desha. Yeah, you was right.
Desha. He was saying, look, a giant who had his power taken and a Shadow Clan member who is stuck in his alternate farm.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, snap. So
but they ain't really real farm then. I think that's why they started treating them like crap, because they all were stuck in that Shadows farm.
Yeah.
And yes, the humans fucking wiped out them because, genocide.
I think it was actually to do something with the king.
Yeah, the king was fucking the king was a bigot.
No. The king, the person that killed the Shadow Clan wasn't the king.
I know he wasn't the king.
He because the mother was like, what did you tell the king? That he has turned against us? And he was like, you don't need to know that. So I'm like, who's the king and what did he say Like,
Yeah.
why?
But
did
that
he get
doesn't
wiped
defeat
out?
that doesn't change the fact that humans are the ones that genocide their ass. Like,
Oh yeah,
that's a constant.
pieces of shit.
You know, it's like remember if oh god, I almost slid off into a tangent. But if you ever watched Gargoyles back in the day,
Oh yeah.
the humans are the ones that betrayed the gargoyles. They were chilling at the castle.
Yo.
Anyway,
I actually finished that series the other.
I like gargoyles, man.
Yeah.
And what's his Keith? The voice in the main gargoyle, Keith something I can't remember. It's that black guy. He does a lot of voice acting. Anyway, so but with that being said, it was cool to see the whole. They try to focus more on Bojji, and his father. When his father came back, straight took the boy body. Yeah, that's savagery. And then it kind of explained why.
I kind of feel like he was more savage as Daida than he was as himself.
Oh yeah.
I think he was like, yo.
I think a part of his
speed went up tremendously.
I think because he was massive. I think a part of his self would like died off. It's almost like even though he came back, the remorse part of him or something was probably gone. You know, like some situation like that. When that boy was ruthless as died up, man. He tried to kill his wife. That shit was nuts.
But then that is another story as well, because he was saying, oh, the old promise. And I was like, what's the promise? Like, yo, y'all telling me too much stuff and not
I'll probably elaborate on it because Miranjo is still alive. So
yep. And married. I was very
wait.
Oh wait.
Tell me that motherfucker. No. Tell me that shit wasn't weird.
Yes and no.
He's a child, man. She old as fuck. If you really think of it, she old as fuck.
Not really, because she died when she was a teenager.
Oh, she died as a little girl. They fucking tortured her in the square. Remember? And then what's his name? Pretty much like they were able to save. What's his name was able to save her, right?
Yeah.
But no, like think of it. He was still like a young giant at that point. Then he became king and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then she killed Bojji's mom. And she got that set up.
Yeah.
Bojji's the oldest between the two brothers.
It's true.
So how old is fucking Daida? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
So look, I think we addressing the wrong elephant.
What's the right elephant? Because that's a big ass elephant.
How the hell could he highlight in death from sex? That's what I want to know. Because it's not like he shrink.
We don't know. I assume they shrink to suit that thing. And you got Miranjo, she probably do some magic shit. I don't know.
Turkey basters.
I don't really think about that because it's a cartoon and we've seen weirder shit. Who knows?
True. But that
because then if that's true, then why we know why
Bojji is small.
Bojji was like kind of weak. We know why. Because Boss did a dirty deed.
Yeah.
And right? But why isn't he a giant? Was the power part of his size? Like you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it was.
Good. So why is it so hard fetched that he probably could, if the shadow people would have been human, and Bojji by losing his power stayed small, why can't it just like Boss said just shrink to suit the situation? Just probably.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I would be interested in how it worked.
I don't know, man. Watch porn.
No. The humans kill all the giants, so we ain't got enough. We ain't got enough to do porn.
He's probably the last giant. I haven't seen another one in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I haven't seen another giant since him.
No, he was the last.
Yeah, because his wife died.
Bojji. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So
but then we don't know.
We don't know. That's what I'm saying, because like continuing on with our thing that they made a lot of trends. Remember when Bojji they were escaping through, well, not escaping, they were going through the forest, and what's his name betrayed him.
Kimbo.
Say Kimbo.
Oh no, Domas.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yo,
fuck Domas, bro.
Mad
Domas an
King
idiot,
Kimbo,
bro.
boy.
Huh?
Mad King Kimbo.
That guy. He burnt. They did a clip. They did a fucking clip. Like they like showed
a bit of his history,
bro. They fucking raised. He killed everybody, bro. Except his son.
Yeah,
his son shows up for a little bit. When they take over the kingdom,
mm-hmm.
and then he's the one that cuts off Oaken's head and throws it into the fucking lake. And
yeah.
So
funny.
Yo, that shit was nuts, man. So yeah, man, I want to know more about that. Like, why did he go crazy? Like,
he was the king that Desha was talking about. He was number one. So he got the treasure of the vault. So remember they were having a conversation. Him and Desha and Despo was like, why is that? Because they were showing the past of why they uprised their father, and they were saying why it is that every king who is ranked number one and goes to the vault ends up
going nuts.
And that kind of reminded me of
So we got to see what's gonna happen to Desha, huh?
Yeah, it reminded me of Game of Thrones, and oh gosh, what's the other one? Tower of God. So that was cool.
Fucking Tower of God. It's such a good show, but that boy, man. I know you like that girl, bro, but I'm gonna need you to let that go. She betrayed you too damn much.
Will Smith.
No, it's not Will Smith, man. My thoughts on. I feel sorry for Will Smith.
Shoot the shit.
I feel sorry for Will Smith. But anyway, so it was interesting to see. I think a lot of the side characters in this show actually played I know there was no plot, like none of them really felt wasted, like it was like even the side stories, those little side characters, like how they showed you had the people that were mages and they all went to that other city where Moranjo's
the people at Homa.
Yeah, but what's crazy is how they differentiate between the mages and stuff and those guys that were like all like deceitful and shit.
Gyakuza.
Right. So it was interesting. But yeah, all the side characters and stuff, even the fucking people in the gold armor that were with Despa.
Bruh, the gods. They had gods. I was like, really? How these going? Really, how these brothers going?
No, they got messed up. They got fucked up, bro. Bossa run around fucking murdered all them. Bossa killed one of them.
He killed one of them, but he didn't kill all.
We don't know. They never really elaborated on it. I'm just assuming that there was wars against them. That's how Bossa was like revered for a long time. We don't know. So
yeah. But
I'm assuming because it's pretty popular. Bojji won fucking Kid of the Year. So
really?
The Crunchyroll Awards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anime Awards. So
I didn't get to go this year. I was so upset. So upset that they I thought they would have done both a physical and virtual. So kind of allow you to think. And boys just do physical. I was so upset.
They're trying to.
Was like, where are you? I was like, I don't live in America, but that's a good thing and a bad
shit. I live here. I couldn't go. All right. So that's it for pretty much story. Bro, let's get a rating.
5.
This fucking shit was good, bro. I've been begging Dwayne to watch this shit for so long. Every week I was like, Dwayne, we gotta do Cranking the Kings. All right, we do something. We did that other shit show last. I'm glad you talk about that yourself. I was so fucking pissed.
Really?
It was okay. I don't think it was like good. Like I guess what happened is I'm so used to Madhouse stuff like being solid. For it to be like a slip up, like I won't say a slip up, but this one was hard to do, right?
Yeah.
And I had to take a second after watching it to let my brain settle, because at first I was like,
I am a huge Madhouse fan, and I've watched a lot of their stuff. So I've seen some of their slip ups, like stuff that they really get a lot of good clout. Crimson Wolf was one of them.
oh,
And
okay.
then we obviously saw the great stuff like Red Line and things like that. So yeah, it was cool.
All right. So moving on. Next, we're gonna talk about Crimson Wolf. We're gonna talk about. Tell me a second, Crimson Wolf. We're gonna talk about characters. All right.
Ooh.
Boom. So characters, man. I mentioned it a little bit in the story. I don't think there's a lot of wasted characters.
No, everyone played a really big part. Which
even
no, that you mention it, Queen
Healing.
Yes, Queen Healing had the healing power, right? This is something that I was thinking about. Queen Healing had the healing power, but then based on the story or the flashback between Miranda and her clan, they were the only ones that had the healing power, despite teaching other people magic. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, so doesn't that make Queen Healing related to Miranda? And then it kind of jumped back to what you were saying, like, how old is this woman?
Well, Miranda's pretty much the one that set them up. Remember, because she kept telling Bojji that he has to have another kid so that he could continue living, right? Because they had already think about doing the body transfer thing. Yeah. But because of the deal they made with the demon, that first kid, which was Bojji, didn't come up with any strength, right? So that's why she had the assault on the kingdom and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. That was a big plan. But then she didn't expect those demons that she had hired to do the deed to betray her. And that's how she ended up in not demons, whatever they were.
The criminals.
Yeah, she didn't expect them to betray her. So that's why that's how she ended up in the mirror. Mm-hmm. She's the one that pretty much set them up. So she probably may have been from that particular clan.
It wasn't the demons, it was the humans.
But she got hit with a giant spear. So I
yeah, but don't forget, she was signaling to the humans that was telling them when to fire.
Okay, yeah. They all pieces of shit.
Humans.
Anyways.
Flipping humans, man.
Characters, man. So there's some strong characters in here. First, again, I know we mentioned this at the beginning. Huge shout out, man. This is a risk. And it was so fresh that we all enjoy it. Bojji, Deaf Mute. Like we've seen a lot. We've seen some disabilities in anime. We've seen people that can't walk. Mm-hmm. Definitely a shit ton of blind people. They always seem to be like supreme grandmasters of kung fu and shit. But to have a kid that there's that, and then he couldn't speak. Like he was just the whole, when he tries to communicate.
Deaf dumb.
Right. So I thought that was a really, really big thing. Nice little representation there. It's cool to see.
Yeah. And
the fact he could read lips and shit, so they all talking shit about him. And they thought he couldn't, they thought he didn't know what he was saying, motherfucker. I could read your lips, you bitch ass. And then there's that, that's why I don't like that guy, man. Domus, fuck that. He was talking mad shit about my boy Bojji. You don't know he can understand it? Or you don't have the sword of a king. Fuck you. That's why he's stronger than your ass now. I wish he fell in the hole. I don't like Domus. Sorry.
Yeah, he.
I think he there begging for forgiveness. And in my head, I was like, you see, this is why I ain't a king.
You should have died.
I would have stick him with a sword.
Honestly, he served the purpose, yes, but I would have feel better if he had trained Hakuro and then he died, and Hakuro took his place in the Big Four. I seriously, I was like, no,
Girl's
no.
a good character.
I was pretty much looking at him like Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. We were winning before you got here. No one likes you. Leave.
Man, listen, bro. Oh my God, I can't stand that fucking Domas, man. But that's good because I think he was a character that we all supposed to really dislike, so he was well written.
Yep.
Hakuro,
that's what I say.
which
if
literally
he's memorable.
Yeah, Hakuro, which was pretty much the flip side of him, and he ends up training him for a little bit, but he always believed in Bojji from the beginning because he saw him dodge them snakes.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Bojji out there having ultra instinct like fucking Goku, bro? Yo, untouchable. Dude, you know what that's like? That's like when you start a game and you put all your stats in defense. You just put all your stats in defense and like attacking 0. like everyone's hitting you and like nothing's happening, but you can't do anything back.
Yep.
I think they did a good job of starting with making characters seem horrible at first. Because let's be real, our introduction to Queen Healing, man, I was like, oh my God, the fucking shit stepmom situation, huh? But then like as you go on, you start to realize that she was only like that because she
became more.
Yeah, she started to ease up, but she always used to, but then the flashback, she always used to treat Bojji pretty good. I wonder if it's like she just thought he was going to be too weak to be king, so she was like acting like that so that they would push the son. What you thoughts about that?
No. And I think it literally just comes down to
this is my son,
quote unquote, yeah, a mother's love.
Yeah.
Like
she went to war. She went to war for his son, though.
Yeah, true.
When she finally was bossy, that was the one possessing Daida. She went to war, man. She left the kingdom, came back on a horse, bro. Yeah. So she definitely loved that. She definitely loved her son.
Yeah, she does.
Shoot that motherfucker with a crossbow. But Dwayne says she's more. Dwayne says she's more. What is it?
More useful than Sakura.
More useful than Sakura.
Yeah.
And this is from a medical standpoint because they both could do healing.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
And just the character itself, like her, the way that I saw it, her character when Bojji wasn't around the big four, when Bojji was around the big four, and each of them had individual times of seeing Bojji's greatness and how he kept trying, it inspired them to keep getting better. Right. When Bojji left the kingdom, she took that place because now she was fighting for her child. And because of that, Dorsha went into this beast mode that he's never been in before. Because he was saying, like, as long as I shed my armor, I get. And he shed the armor and get beat, and the mines was still going. And he was surprised.
He lost a foot and everything in this fucking show.
Bro, nobody ain't making me run my stump.
But he was walking on. He was walking on that stump like it's the leg, bro. I was like the actual foot. I was like,
for God's sakes, draw back the little triangle for the man.
Damn, man, fucking Dorsha, bro. But continue.
And so she kind of filled that role for them and kept them going, even with Bebin, you know. But she filled the role more so for Dorsha. I kind of feel like every part of the kingdom that Bojji touched or had a really deep impact with served as an inspiration, because the snake was an inspiration for Bebin when Bojji was gone. And then you had, who else was probably big for? Apeas,
but he was more with Moranjo. Bacanti.
Yes, he was more with Moranjo, but his inspiration still came from Bojji because he saw how much Bojji was changing and how much Bojji was growing, and he wanted that from Moranjo. So that is where his conflict was coming from. But you know, it was still getting so all the characters was useful, man.
Listen, man,
was really
what was the big piece for me is when all the big four, like everyone's good, and King Bossy came in and fucking crushed Oken. Like yeah, Oken was whooping everyone's ass, bro. And Bojji came in. No, Bossy came in. He was like, let me try something. Crush him, right? And just watch him reform. He's like, okay. Then he did something again. He tried something, it failed. I'll go through my head. It's like he crushed
him and turned the armor into a ball.
Into a ball.
Right? Cool.
He's like, okay.
I see what I do now.
My boy bring out a rock, bro. Fucking crush his ass, put him in a rock, seal it. I was like, and what killed me is like,
yo, you know what I thought he was gonna do?
What?
I thought he was gonna seal the rock. And you know how he had pressurized a rock the last time to make a diamond? I thought he was gonna make him do diamond. I was like,
he probably could have. He fuck around.
They will never get him back.
Oh yeah. Once he hit that diamond, it's over. It's over. That shit was nuts. Fucking Bossy as Dida was impressive. Yeah. But what I thought was really good. I think I'm gonna cover that animation. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that talking point alone for right now.
Okay.
Because that's an anime. You know what I'm talking about? The Bojji Bossy fight.
Yeah, we cover an animation because there's a part of that I want to ask you about in story. That should have been in story, but we gone past it. So yeah.
Okay.
So did we cover up all the characters? No. What did you think about well, we all know you love Oken already. What did you think about the captain and the order of the underworld?
You mean that's the captain?
The entire kingdom.
It's actually pretty dope. Like, this is pretty cool, you know, especially because Despo would be like lightning. Like, he would call his brother bring the lightning anywhere. That shit was sick. That boy sitting on the throne, drop the lightning on your ass. Lightning. I was like, what kind of Odin shit is this? Is it Odin? No, Zeus. Hit him with a thunderbolt. Hit him with a lightning bolt, bro. So I thought that was cool. Starting army, and you could tell that they all have like experience fighting big hitters and shit.
Yeah,
especially because they went to war against their father.
You better be the best.
Yeah,
if you
live.
Know what I
mean, so they all live, right? It's kind of messed up what they did to
the Gigantes.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up. But it seems to be a running theme that you can't trust nobody really in here. It was interesting that Appease was such a respected like leader, but he couldn't really fight. Like it was like tactical prowess was like fucking like 100, and then like he couldn't really like combat wise he wasn't really that proficient.
Appease or Despa?
Despa. Not Appease. No, Appease was dope. He had this. I think he had the staff, right?
Staff.
The spear. No, Despa. So that was interesting because he pretty much made Bojji who he is, you know, with the fucking yeah. But he himself could never achieve that. And then it was cool how they split that up with the brothers, because they're all brothers. And then you get Oken, who was like OP's fuck. And then they get that dude in mortality. All right.
It was crazy. I greatly related to Despa. Being a very analytical person and seeing how things form and then being able to reconstruct and deconstruct it. I thought that was cool. It was nice to see somebody in that sense who like not mid-level, but they're top tier. So I thought that was really cool. So Desha, I like Desha. I think Desha bored, man. Desha's just bored.
Well, no, he's number one, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happened.
Yeah,
What happened with him now?
I want to see what's gonna happen. And I want to see. I hope I hope that they bring out season 2. I hope that they use Wit Studio again. I love Wit Studio. I think they are the front runners to just behind Mappa and Madhouse, because Mappa and Madhouse is the same company technically. And their art style is amazing, and they always have really good thought out characters. Because I would like to see season 2 focus primarily on the underworld kingdom and Kin.
I think it's going to focus on that.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to focus more. I think that's where it's going. Either that or along the way, probably going to hit the Kimbo situation and stuff. I think it's going to go more into the ranking.
Well, he yeah. And because Kimbo crazy as shit, so I want to get on there.
And it's all because then that way they could like talk more about his son and stuff, because his son's like just a regular rebel running around, because his kingdom's in fucking ruins. So it's going to be definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to more of that. All right, so let's animation.
You gotta rate.
Oh fuck! I'm work with me here. So ratings, bro. The characters.
I give it 5. I get a 5.
Yeah, I give it a 5 too. Didn't seem like it wasted any characters. Every character show up, even if it's just a like Kibbo was in there for 1. Kingbo was in there for
2.
But 2 episodes.
Yeah, his son came up first when he killed the boar and did the spirit dance, and then he was like, "Yo, Bojji, you get to eat too. You gonna be my next sacrifice?"
I say, "Are you gonna be my next sacrifice?" I'm like, "This mother, what the fuck?"
Like that.
And it's funny because
so quick.
Yeah, but it's funny because they were like, he was like, "Oh,
it was cool.
Bojji was cool," and then the boy just went.
Like he just switched, man.
That a piece of meat.
970 was real quick, but I was like, damn. So yeah, Kimball was in there twice. There were no characters wasted.
Yeah,
there were no characters wasted.
Very, very good, very good. So animation.
Yo, animation. What do you think about it, man?
It was actually. At first, I'll give it to it, man. It grew on me. At first, I was like, man, this seems it's a weird animation. But you get so used to seeing the same type of animations, animated anime, so this was a little different. Especially because like they had Bojji's mouth, and he was like this. He had like a V.
Yeah.
Then obviously they had the big 4. Then you had Dash's mouth is like fucking huge. So it was interesting, but I actually liked it. And they did the fight. Any like combat situations was pretty cool to see.
I did not like that combat scene.
Which one?
Bosse and Bojji.
What? Are you fucking you tripping? But continue. Explain yourself.
I did not. I get the symbolism of what he was fighting, but I would have liked to see Daida. I would have liked to see it as Daida. The reason why is because at the beginning he fought Daida.
But then it's not Daida though. That's the point.
Hang on. He fought Daida, and he was told that's not the way a king fights. So no, it's not. I think I would have enjoyed it better if they had flashes in between, rather than just you seeing King Bosse. Because it wasn't just him fighting his dad; he was also fighting his brother.
Not really.
Yeah, it was because he
outside of the body, he wasn't fighting Daida.
Outside of the body, he wasn't fighting Daida, but that's who he was trying to protect. So it would have been. So for me, because every time he went up against the dad, he had conflict because his dad was always good to him, but then too he's also fighting to save Daida, and then there were conflicts between him and Daida because Daida treated him like crap. So I would have liked to see the two flashes, one where he's physically fighting his father, and then the second where he's emotionally fighting his own feelings against his brother. So that's how I was seeing it. That's how I would have liked the flashes in between the two.
You see, for me, for that to happen, you would have to assume that Bojji had ill will against Daida. He actually had no issues with Daida, bro. Like, it was ridiculous. Daida used to treat this man like shit. Like at the beginning, he was like punking him and shit. Daida really, Bojji didn't have any issues with Daida. Honestly, I don't think he had any issues with anybody outside of that bitch Domas, because he fucking freaked out when he saw Domas. Yo, he was like, ah! I was like, yeah. That was like ultimate betrayal. You are my teacher. So yeah. But I see your point. I'm not arguing it.
And also too, I kind of feel like Boss had a whole new repertoire within Daida's body, because I would have loved to see he like weld out the way he welded out on Oken on Bojji. I really wanted to see how he would handle that, because Oken was fast and Oken was kind of catching Bojji. He didn't touch it, but he was kind of catching it. So you can see where Bojji was like, all right, I know that if I slip up, I can die.
He beat Bojji.
I wanted to see Bojji full health fighting this new increased speed.
I feel a Daida Bojji rematch. But the thing about it is if you look at Bojji now, no way Daida could touch that motherfucker now.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, especially because it would have been nice to see Daida powered up because of his father, to see how the fight would have turned out. But I disagree with you because I love that fucking fight scene. I post that shit all on IG and shit, bro. Yo, my boy, listen. My boy was running on the side of the fucking building and shit, jumped inside the fucking building. I was like, ah!
It was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good.
But I get what you said. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It would have been not, because if you look at it from that one angle the whole time of Bossy being huge,
it was a great fight.
It was a great fight. But the thing about it is Bossy wasn't huge figuratively. He was literally Daida, which was a little guy. So it would have been nice to see the speed. Like they should have flashed back and forth. Like honestly, I think the fight went a little too quick. It was almost one-sided. It was one-sided as fuck.
That too. But I think they were just trying to.
Bojji beat him without hitting him. He just fucking broke the
broke the malice. The fight was too quick to me.
But
I also think the fight with Oken was too quick.
Oken was working the ass for like 3 episodes, so
yeah.
I think it was it was like, yo, do y'all see how strong Boss is?
Yes.
So here's the fight against. This is to show you how strong Bojji is now. He's like, Oken, Bossy. And then it was like, Bojji.
Yeah. Because to be honest, Bojji probably would have killed Oken if he was.
He did
kill him.
He smacked him a few times. The problem is he immortal. Oken isn't like stronger than Bojji when it comes to like fighting. The problem is that Bojji was smacking the hell out of that dude, and then like he would just heal.
He would heal.
And then he got tired. So then eventually, like any normal person, the fatigue caught him, and that's when Oken started working his ass. But if Oken was an immortal, man, that fight be done. Honestly, I didn't really see anybody challenge mortal body challenge Bojji like that, bro. He's stronger than the big four. All y'all motherfuckers, you dumbass, and you're not the sword of a king. Eat a dick. Look at me now, bitch. Do sign language. Dude, I do not like that guy.
What is eat a dick in sign language?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. That might be eating corn, but I don't know. Shit. Any people? Oh my god, dude! Put some respect on that name. They play. They walking. They all like playing. They cool. They walking.
Dude. Like the last time I heard you so passionate about hating somebody was the anime with the Mars attack stuff.
Oh my fucking god, bro! All Zero or something?
Yeah.
Fuck that show too. They did my boy dirty. They could have let him die, man. They may locked him in a hole, bro.
And ask you why you upset.
They put him in a hole. Fuck the queen. Fuck the star of the show. Fuck all them. Fuck all them. I hate that show, bro. If I could go back and rate it again, I would give it a 1 out of 10 and do the toilet fucking image.
You should. What did you think about the artwork? Yeah, because you said it was a little.
Oh well, it's definitely new. Like I said, the first thing you get introduced to really is Bojji, and it was just like weird to see how they drew it with the like the V lips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The eyes, but then I realized. Then you start to realize that not every character is like that.
But you know what? It's not new.
I never say it's new. I just say it's new to me.
It's not though. It's not though. It's just we haven't seen it in such a long time.
That's another anime.
The Studio Ghibli stuff.
The Studio Ghibli stuff. I'm gonna pretend
Princess Mononoke, Totoro.
Monarchy?
Yeah. My Neighbor Totoro. So that's like traditional animation, painting and stuff like that.
Wasn't Monaco a movie though? I feel like they probably did a little more.
Yeah, they are.
They probably did a little more with them because there's movies. You know, they always show the fuck out in the movies.
Yeah.
I only got to do this shit for one long app, guys. Let's go. We got time. Oh, week by week has been killing them, man.
Yeah. You know what? That was why I was very upset with this show. Because I was like, you know what? I actually can't drop the rankings because of that. Because I now see why I prefer movies. Give me all the story. Give me all the story. Tell me the story one time and then touch it once. I don't. That's why I struggle with series, man. Because with series,
series.
I hate when you drop. Because what was the other anime we were talking about that they did the same thing, and I was annoyed at it. I can't remember, man. We talked about it recently, but they drop. I hate when they the one with your Joker girl, Arcane. I absolutely don't like when you start a story within a story and leave it open-ended. Like if you're gonna start a story, close it in a way that it doesn't feel like if you're gonna start a story, don't have it be as supreme as the main story. Like I do like the fact that in a summer ranking, they touched on the story and they closed it enough that it didn't distract from the main story, but it's still a story that's like, yo, this could go on for the second season and stuff like that. Right? So, but that doesn't annoy me. Give me a whole movie.
I don't think
I'll sit down, watch it for I know everything, and let me go home.
You say that shit, but movies nowadays, man, they be fucking doing that shit too. especially these universe shows now, you know, with MCU, Star Wars, stuff like that.
I ain't even touching Star Wars.
I am a casual watcher. Let's put it like that. So, all right, let's go ahead and rank
animation. 5. I enjoyed it. I enjoy seeing the traditional animation again. That was dope. The painting style, the drawing style.
I think it was a 5. Like I said, it just took a second for me. Yeah. It's almost like when
we're so used to digital and 4K style drawing.
That and how I put it is almost like getting used to having a deaf mute character.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it. You haven't seen it for a little bit, so it just took a second. But once you get into it and the story takes over and everything, fuck all that shit, bro. This shit fire. And
yeah,
I'm giving the fight just on that fight alone. Anyway. Well, there's some other fights too. I just really like that fight. Dun, dun, dun,
I'll be honest, I can't remember much fights outside of Oaken and Boss.
Those are the headliners, man.
Oh yeah.
Those are the headline fights, bro. You did honestly. Outside of the Beast attacking the Queen and Dorsha protecting.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't really much fights because a lot of they remember they had that one guy that tried to run up on Bojji, the giant dude. I take the green giant dude. And
yeah.
Fucking Bojji took care of him so damn quick. I pledge allegiance to you, bro. He beat him into fucking submission. So like those two are the big fights.
Yeah.
And stuff. So all right, so we'll just do overall from here. I don't really cover music.
Stamp of approval.
Well, we gave it all 5s. After all this, like, okay, so 4 out of 10.
3.5.
3 out of everyone like confused. All right, so man, final ranking. We haven't used this graphic in a while. 5 out of 5. No country for otakus. Stamp of approval. Run the fucking clip. I haven't done that in a while. It feels good to see that. There we go. I haven't done that in a while. All right, so we could go ahead and jump into shooting the shit.
Yeah, shoot the shit.
All right, so, dude, so I watch Morbius, man.
Yeah, how is that, man? I hear a lot of people saying good stuff about it.
Really? I heard a lot of bad stuff. It's like
really?
mixed.
Okay.
I give it a 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's boring.
Halfway.
It's boring.
Really?
It's boring. Like, it's kind of boring. Like,
all right, so
let me say this straight up. People want to get on Jared Leto. Honestly,
I was just
Jared
about to ask you that.
I was just about to ask you that. He was actually good. Like, he was decent in the movie. Like, I had no problem. It's not like House of Gucci and stuff where it's like, Jared, what are you doing? Like, he was good. He was good in this. Like, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Smith, he was all right. I just feel it kind of went along the lines of, hey, I have these powers now, so I'm no longer sick. Might be wrong. I might have to suck blood. And then it shows Matt Smith who also did it because they both had the same sickness that had them like crippled and stuff. And Matt Smith got the powers and he just went straight evil because he used to get bullied. You know, it's one of those, he used to get bullied. So now he has the power. He's going to treat everybody like shit. And then it was pretty much both of them just arguing about, you can't go full vampire, blah, blah, blah. So they went back and forth. The fight scenes were pretty cool. The whole, like, they're being, like, kind of like smoke. And it's, like, does the freeze just before they hit and stuff. The CGI was okay. But I feel like a lot of it was just, like I started to fucking... but the thing is, like, talking doesn't. Man, I sat down and watched the tragedy of fucking Macbeth. That is nothing but talking, bro. It's Shakespeare movies.
Yeah, but you can't compare a Marvel movie to Denzel Washington. Hear what I'm saying? You can't compare a whole studio to Denzel Washington. It's like Killing
this not even
versus Boss.
That's not even
you ain't
Marvel.
touching Denzel.
This isn't even Marvel proper. This is a Sony Marvel. Yeah, so there's all the villain. But yeah, but it's a different studio. It's not exactly the same. So I'm not gonna be unfair. It's not the same group. It's a different group. Fair is fair, man. Okay. Fair is fair. They say where I can't put it's changed, but you say where you can't put DC animation from early 2000s to like 2015 to the current DCEU. Different studio groups, even though they're both under DC. I don't know, man. I honestly don't care. Animation, I just like, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Different generation, bro. Let them do their thing. Everybody allowed to do their shit. But yeah, so Sony doing their thing with the villains. They moved Vulture over from MCU proper to Sony MCU. So Michael Keaton's with Venom and shit now. Yeah, they moved him over. After the Spider-Man No Way Home, he somehow ended up in the prison, and no one understood how he ended up in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
He was in prison from the first one, wasn't he?
Yeah, in MCU. Oh, have you watched Spider-Man No Way Home?
I'm supposed to watch it tonight.
Oh, that's why. Because that's how they got all the Spider-Man into one universe to fight. But then at the end, they all went back. But somehow, inexplicably, Vulture from Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe ends up in that universe. I don't know which. I want to say a Spider-Man, but he ended up where Venom is at. And then they let him out of prison because they was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" They're like, that cell was empty. What the hell? So they let him out, and then he meets up with Morbius, and then he's like, guys like us should stick together, and then it ended there. That was like a post-credit scene. So but it was okay. I let early days, I let them do their shit over there at Sony. They seem to be just taking all the villains and having the time of their life. So yeah, that was
I'm happy for Jared Leto, man. He has hit and miss movies, but he's a really good actor.
I just think he
overacts.
He overacts sometimes. So
I think you know who used to do the same thing? Nicolas Cage. And now look at him. Know that he's like, there's no pressure to that. All that stuff is fire, B. All his movies are fire. Every movie he has done after Jiu-Jitsu. Even Jiu-Jitsu. Like,
Jiu-Jitsu was trash, bro. Don't do that.
Jiu-Jitsu was trash. But I can be honest. I watched it again, and I was like, yo, Nicolas Cage part of this movie was hard. It was good. It was so good. Like,
his ass beat. Then what else? So I guess Bruce Willis.
He's done that too, man.
Yeah, apparently he was getting hit with that. It's like a version of dementia.
Yeah. And
it kind of explains why he acts the way he acts now in those movies. He's not able to emote emotions properly. It makes sense now.
Oh, okay.
So I will not be picking on Bruce Willis anymore. That movie was so trash, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But I guess he was trying to get it all in because he realized he was failing.
Yeah.
He released 2 movies this year, and then that's it. So tough, man. Tough. Tough luck. Anything on your end before I guess we were supposed to talk about Naruto.
Yeah, people. I started watching Naruto Shippuden finally.
It's pretty hard to believe you hadn't watched that.
Huh?
I thought you had already watched it.
Nah, I had read it, but I haven't watched it. I got roped into it through my son. Like, we was watching the Rotley spinoff.
Yeah, he want to watch the proper thing.
And he was like, "Oh, it's done." Like, we finished Rotley spinoff and it was great. He was like, "Oh, it's done." And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Is there more?" I was like, "Well, there's another show but it's a little bit more adult, kind of like Power Rangers. He was like, "Oh, can we watch it, please?" And he started watching it. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. But there's some bits where he's like, "What's happening?" I was like, "Yeah, you're too young for this." But it forced me to start watching it, and I was like, you know what?
At least he didn't watch
story isn't too bad.
At least he didn't watch from the first Naruto. He had to go through that shit.
God no, I wasn't doing that. I was like, we'll start from the second half. The bit are supposed to be good. I was like, you know what, this story isn't too bad, and I found myself intrigued by, okay, let's see what they do in the animation to see what they do. But bruh, I've only gotten to the part where I think Naruto just found out what his elemental power is.
Mm-hmm.
And all up to this point, I'm like, yo, Sakura is garbage, B. Sakura, like you. And the thing is, I don't necessarily think her as a ninja is garbage. Her character is garbage.
Just, I don't know, man. Just
because the reason why I compared her, what Queen Healing to her, is they're both medical people, yes. But Queen Healing is weaker than Sakura.
Oh yeah.
But she was willing to fight. And that was my thing. I think that was my thing about Sakura. Every time Sakura has to step up to the plate, she cowers. And is like, what was the point in you healing me if you're gonna send my ass back in front of the man that killing me? You're worthless. You're just torturing me.
Oh my god, man.
You ain't healing me and be like, yo, I got a plan.
She fought a little bit, didn't she? She did a little fighting.
At the end, when she was forced to, because she nearly got she ass beating.
She said that she caught up. I finally caught up to them. No, she didn't. In context, if you haven't seen it, she didn't really, because let's be real, at that point, Naruto and Sasuke are pretty much god level characters. And she, don't get me wrong, though, she is a very strong she's very strong, and she's a very good medical ninja.
Do what she's not Hokage. Do what the 12 Shinigami did. Stay in the country and heal people. Just stay at home. You're worthless. You're worthless.
To be
you are worthless.
To be fair, Madara beat everybody ass in that fucking show. Like, well, you're not that far yet.
But nah, I get that far yet. But I remember reading it. But they weren't worthless. They were just not powerful enough
to fight Madara.
Seriously, if you are good, think, and this is why I was saying to you, when I really look at the story, yes, it's called Naruto, but if you take the Jinchuruki out of Naruto and put it in Sakura, the same events occur. Because don't forget, even because I remember, like, you
not exactly, because, well, in a way, yes, right. but she still got her parents. Like,
yes, she still has her parents. But my thing is, for everything that happened, not necessarily the emotional development side of things, but for everything that happened in terms of how the Akatsuki were chasing them and things like that, it still would have gone on the same way it would have gone down if you had taken the Jinchuruki out of Naruto and put it in somebody else. So that's when they realized that, yo, Naruto is just a plot device for this story. So then I started looking at the story differently. I stopped focusing on Naruto and focused on the story itself. The story is brilliant. Naruto just needs to stop shouting. and shouting. And
Oh, well, that's a main character trait in shonen.
yeah.
Think of every main character outside of Ichigo. Ichigo don't really yell.
But yeah, but they
surrounded his ass with a lot of people that shout.
They realized they realized they made a mistake. Like, oh, we don't have our main thing, and they give him Khan and that Renji. I hate Renji. Yo, I can't believe he lived.
Oh yeah, because he's Rukia's love interest. He has to live.
Nabi. I say you.
Ichigo's the only one that I
treat
can
her
remember.
like Titanic.
Black Clover, the main guy screamed. Even though this isn't a shonen, One Piece, Luffy be screaming all over the place, and his whole crew scream. Obviously Naruto loud. It's crazy because as an adult he isn't. Like they took that shit out once they brought in like when they did the Boruto and stuff.
Boruto, yeah.
Well, after he became like a young adult. Just before that, because there's a couple movies that show how him and what's her name end up together and then end up getting married fully.
Blind Eye Girl. I'll just call her that.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm really bad with these names now. There was like movies in between there that showed like building up to them getting married and stuff, because their wedding was a whole event. So that was pretty interesting because he wasn't loud then. Like he was actually like calm at that point. Like they was like, all right, he's growing up now. He can stop yelling everything. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it would play exactly the same because obviously motivations and stuff, character development, obviously, how Naruto played out. I was saying how he not be a villain. Like especially after Pain showed up, bro. Like, not even like a villain, but just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck everybody. And especially because the whole city treated him like shit from when he was a kid. They only started liking him once they realized he was strong.
Yeah. Even Sakura.
No, a lot of people.
He originally only had two people believe in him. Izuka and Kakashi.
Right.
From that, because then if you look at it, even with Jiraiya went to Kakashi first. Like, what do you think about the little boy? And Kakashi was like, I believe in him. And because of that, he ended up getting trained. So yeah. From if I remember correctly from what I read, he should be a villain. But it's a kid's story.
The only reason I say it, it's a kid's story. It's shonen, so you don't expect that. Now, if the motherfucker that wrote Attack on Titan,
a lot of people, that's why a lot of people got a problem with Attack on Titan.
Well, the problem with Attack on Titan for me, right? And it's not even like I thought the story was fine and all that stuff, even though the ending was a little My problem is that you started off with Eren Yeager as a kid. It's going along fine. The problem is that they didn't really build up a good guy to replace Eren when Eren makes the switch to extreme. So what happened is when he vacates that spot, everyone went with Eren.
There's no one.
Everybody went with Eren, bro. Everyone's like, well, Eren's over there, so yeah, smash him. And then it just left a void of they tried to do Levi, but he was just so like.
But Levi's physical.
Yeah, so you're not really, like he's strong in a fight scene. You'd be like, let's go, Levi, but you're not rallying behind him.
Yeah.
Misaka, same thing.
Levi is pretty much a Terminator. Yeah. Like you need him on your team, but he's not the guy making the plans or leading you.
Misaka, is that her name?
Oh, the scientist girl.
No. The girl that was
Mikasa.
Mikasa. I got it mixed up. Mikasa, like she's another Levi, but she's just a female version. And she's obsessed with Eren. So she over there on the Eren cap too. In a way. She like still like fights things. So you can't really rally behind her either. So the person I think they were trying to build up to
Armin.
It's Armin. Armin is one of the biggest letdowns.
NBA draft pick.
Bro, that boy got drafted number 1. And they cut his ass after 2 seasons, man. It was like, you're not doing nothing, man. Send it to D-League.
Kwame Brown.
Well, Kwame Brown, at least he had a full career. So, yeah, it's like that. He never lived up to that number 1 billing, but he had a career. You know, he bunks along a little bit. Because you remember, and here, my tirade. So, you remember they had that. I was talking to my buddy DQ, and I was like, look, honestly, they saved the wrong person. I don't know if you watched this part when it was between saving Armin and the dude that did the epic speech.
I keep calling him Kitchener, but he's not Kitchener. Kitchener is from another movie.
What's the
Arwen?
Erwin Smith. Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that epic speech when he made them motherfuckers ride the horses at that fucking Beast Titan?
And that boy, the trained Titans to eat them. Yes.
Throwing Titans at rocks because he was doing the baseball throw.
Right? Yeah.
And that's how he got hit. So the choice was between Erwin and Armin. And that was supposed to be like the passing of the torch. Armin was supposed to be the next genius tactician.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be better. They had Erwin praising him when he was alive. Everyone was like, yeah, Armin's a genius. He's going to carry on the legacy, yada, yada, yada. The problem is that they did that.
The thing is, there was no one to guide him.
But that's what I'm saying.
It was such short-lived. I think
what they needed to do was probably make the time jump bigger. Make a bigger time jump.
Not really. Because I think when I was reading it, I think that was on purpose. The reason why is because Erwin and Armin were somewhat similar. But because I think what from what I understand from what I was reading, what he was going for was, you know, it was such an intense time to live. You don't have a lot of time to be guided as far away. So when they had to make the choice, they was making the choice based on, well, look at Eren. Eren got thrown in the fire and he matured. He stepped up to the plate. Even before he knew he was a Titan, he was still like up there. And then you look at Mikasa. Mikasa realized that she was good with the swords and stuff like that, and she stepped up to play it. So because they were the 3 friends that were closest, they were like, well, if we bank on him,
so you think
he should follow in line with.
So you think the Armin disappointment was purposely done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so because if you look at it from that point of view,
no, it makes sense. I'm not arguing it now.
He should fall in line with how
he did it.
Eren and Mikasa's thing.
But
they didn't have a psychological background on him.
Yeah, because they did show more about obviously everyone.
Because Armin never lost anything. Armin's whole ambition was to get outside.
Yeah, he didn't lose anything, huh?
No, he just joined the army because his friends joined the army.
Yeah.
Whereas Mikasa and
that comes back to my point though. Whether it's purpose or not, the problem is that once Erwin switched sides, or I won't really say switch sides, but more went to the extreme end of things.
Yeah.
You know, his thing is, look, they're never gonna let us be free. So you know what? I'm gonna fuck this world up and we gonna start from scratch, bitches. That was the Eren's extreme, right? To get the woman
to get rid of everything,
right? There was a woman inside the original Titan chick.
Yeah,
she used to get controlled by everybody. He was the first one to tell her, "Look, man, fuck all that. Do what you want." And that's how they end up going down. There was no one to fill that void, which I believe Armin was supposed to do. And whether he never, even though he didn't get to mature, he didn't mature like how the other 2 did. They needed something there. So what happened is that now that there's no real hero, they're trying to do it like a group effort. Yeah. But then the group effort has fucking Reiner. That dude was the original problem. He broke the wall. Well, they killed off the giant guy. They killed off Colossus.
Steiner. Not right. Not Steiner.
He ain't
Sternholm or
Yeah, he ain't no important. Fuck that guy. He got 8 and then was begging for his life. But yeah, and then Annie, all them live.
That.
Yeah, that was the Titan that Armin becomes. Armin becomes a Titan. He ate that guy to get the Colossal Titan. And then you never really see Armin use the Colossal Titan after that, like that.
Yeah.
At least in the manga. No, I'm hearing that they're supposed to be making changes to the actual show. So
yeah, because they had the final episode Sunday, and now the final part supposed to be next year. I'm like, yo, if you gotta do that, ain't worth it. You're trying to save something.
I don't know. I'll see. I reserve judgment.
No, seriously, think about it. Like
I reserve judgment.
Yeah,
I always reserve judgment.
I find that when you do final stuff, if you say this is the final, then this is the final. When you go split it up, it means a lot of changes coming. You know, you're not really sure about something. You're also trying to spread so you could keep making money. And I get it. I get it. But usually when a lot of studios do that, they end up messing up the story. And they end up losing clout. Case in point, Star Wars.
Hey man, Star Wars making a lot of money.
They're still making money, but the
racism as a all-time high. Anyway, hey man, you know what? We'll see. I reserve judgment. Yeah. I judge every property, everything on its own merit. So we will see. I
read Talentless Nana.
And
nothing in Get Change B.
Yeah.
So it falling flat.
I'm not surprised.
It was a good concept, good story, but from the time they introduced the general, it started going downhill a bit. Like I lost interest. So I was like, starting getting long-winded now.
Okay, I never even got to talk, but yeah. So all that Attack on Titan thing. So going back to Naruto real quick. That's why I'm surprised Naruto wasn't a villain. Especially, but I think I had told you, I was like, man, I guess I didn't write this anime because a lot of people would have stayed dead. When they fucking destroyed the leaf, it would have been two things. Either Naruto just becomes heartless and ruthless for a little bit, or he actually becomes a villain, in my opinion. But a lot of them motherfuckers that died when Pain destroyed the leaf would have stayed dead, bro.
You know,
that's a character building moment right there.
You know what else I would have expected when Sasuke fought Itachi and learned the truth of what Itachi did. I actually thought Sasuke would have taken up the role of being the leader of Akatsuki, because because him and Madara's goal was pretty much the same.
Pretty much.
So I was like,
that part was just poorly written. I don't care about no alternative motive, nothing. That was just poorly written.
Yeah, it was.
That made no sense what he did after.
It didn't. It did not.
The same way, like he came back, he was like, "I'm gonna be the Hokage" before he. Oh wait, have you seen that far? But that's at the end. That was the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke, and then you realize how much stronger Naruto is than Sasuke. Because Sasuke was actually trying to kill this dude, and Naruto, they're like, "I'm gonna bring you back." I'm gonna bring you back. Like you realize that Naruto was holding back the whole fucking time.
You mean the first season?
No. Naruto versus Shippuden final fight. The final fight between Naruto. We all know it was gonna wrap around back to that.
Yeah.
Because that was obviously the big ending event for the first Naruto.
Yeah.
So in Shippuden, after they finish win the day and stuff, Naruto and Sasuke fight again. Okay. Sasuke wanted to be Hokage, but he knew he couldn't be Hokage with Naruto there. So they went at it,
Mhm.
and you start to realize that Naruto holding back the whole fight because he don't want to kill him. While Sasuke is going straight bloodletting. It was just interesting to see. It was a good fight to watch, man. It was a throwback because remember, obviously you had the original fight. So it was cool to see. Well, no. At the beginning of Shippuden, when Sasuke showed up, Sasuke would have killed Naruto there.
Hands down.
When he was standing on top of the thing, and he went
Hands
to do that
down.
move, and who was it? That snake dude.
Yeah.
He stopped him. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been over. They would have had to rename the show to Sakura. Sakura.
The worthless ninja.
The medical house. They just show a bunch of hospital scenes.
Yeah, you want to know what really annoyed me? She was like, when I was watching it, I was like, yo, Sakura worthless a kid. She worse than 1010. And 1010 to scream at Rock Lee and Trout nice. I was like, yo.
The thing is, like, we didn't expect anything more from 1010. Because she was the original. The problem, Sakura was the original 3.
Exactly.
Once Nenji died in that fucking group with Rock Lee, they stopped focusing on him. But yeah, you're right. Fucking Sakura. But you know what? I think got a lot of people mad. A lot of people was putting up with the character. But when she went and like fit confessed her love to Naruto in the snow.
Yeah, to inspire
him to go get Sasuke. That's when everybody officially hated her, bro. That was the final straw.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh God. We're gonna kind of wrap up on that note. Well, Jada. Yeah, what I was saying is.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about that.
Don't get me wrong. What Will Smith did. You can't go and slap nobody, man. You can't put your hands on nobody, bro. Don't put your hands on nobody. Unless you're willing to live with the repercussions to get your ass kicked or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't put your hands on nobody. He went and did that. Pretty much wrecked his fucking career.
He did.
And it's sad because he's getting like punished for being human. Like in a way of being like doing something stupid out of an impulse of a moment. But that's from the because he's kicked out the academy, so he can't get an award for anything for the next decade. He's been banned for 10 years.
He's been completely banned.
No, it said 10 years.
Okay.
He's been banned for 10 years. And then after 10 years, they can reconsider letting him back in. That doesn't mean he gets back in 10 years. Mm-hmm. It's just, he does. I don't think he has to give up his Oscar, but it's just sad because
he gets to keep that.
Which is, I agree with that. That has nothing. That was before he did the movie and everything.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, it's just sad because by him doing that, it overshadowed the fact that he won a fucking Oscar. How long?
Yep. After all these years.
That was literally the only thing he was missing.
and literally not just that, he had an amazing year. He had to deal with YouTube Originals where he made Best Ship of My Life, and that won an award. I can't remember what award it was. I think it was a YouTube award.
Obviously,
then he did the book.
Yeah, he did the book.
The book got #1 on Amazon, and that was selling for months.
Right.
He did King Richard. King Richard got a Grammy Award.
And then he also did the National
Disney stuff, the National Geographic stuff. I actually realized they took that down. No,
they took it down.
I think so. Yeah. At least in the UK, it's not showing. I don't see it anymore.
I'm gonna check it when I hang out with my girl because she has Disney Plus.
I
don't know. Yeah, man. I honestly think
he had a stellar year.
I just think Jada is a narcissist, and
she is.
The way she's been treating him for like the last few years and stuff, and a lot of stuff she says, like especially on that Red Table Talk thing that she has going on, and it's a situation where Will Smith is still in love with her.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck about that dude, man. Like that.
No, she's with him. She's with him for the status.
Right. And
she's with him for the
status. I would say so he's trying everything in a bag of potato chips to show that he is for her. And she just, because right after she did that, you know what she came out and said? That she
trained him out on the
Nah, this is not a bus, bro. This is a train. She put that man under the train. One of them big trains in England, bro. And I looked at it, I was like, that sounds about right. Like, are we really surprised?
And that's why a lot of people upset with Will for what he did, because it's not the fact that you defended a woman, it's who you were defending, because she wasn't gonna do that for you.
Like he said, well, he said it on stage, but people get dumb, man. A lot of people lose that and get that fucking monkey brain when they all about a person, unfortunately. And like they was just married like a couple years. They've been married for years, so you know. So like on one hand,
you know what the man your own shot is said, Shawn. You might cow her in New York, but she's still a hoe.
Oh Lord. So, you know, between she cheated on him and stuff. Well, they were separated, so it's not really cheating, but yeah. You know, and then to announce it on the fuck, like if they had talked about it, you don't have to put everything online, guys.
That's the issue. But you gotta understand, she's not a star. She has nothing to talk about. She has nothing to talk about.
In Matrix.
So
she was in Matrix
movie, for one movie and 6 minutes.
3 movies, man.
For 6 minutes.
She was in there for more than 6 minutes. She was in Matrix Reloaded for more than 6 minutes, bro.
Watch it again.
What? And then she was in Resurrections.
Watch it again. She had. Oh, it's a good movie. It's supposed to watch that tonight too.
Resurrections.
Is that the last one?
Well, it's the last one. No, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm trying
the newest one. The newest one.
Yeah, Resurrections.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm supposed to watch that tonight as well.
She's been in a lot of movies though. But she not. I get what you're saying when you say star. Because there's people that's been in a lot of movies, but obviously she's not like. If you're going by flights, and if you put Will Smith and her, obviously Will Smith was
watch it right
here, and she was here, but she's been in a lot of movies.
Exactly. She's a B movie kind of person. She's pretty much B. But watch it right. She is a B movie kind of person. She is pretty much like Frank Grillo, right? And she's good, and she's really good and stuff like that. But because she's married to Will, you will constantly hear more about her than you would about Frank Grillo. If Frank Grillo had to marry some boy like if he married Viola Davis, you will know everything about Frank Grillo.
I married Viola Davis.
Me too, but
I like Viola Davis.
Exactly. But you see what I mean. If like she's not that big, but because of who she's with. Yeah. And you saw, you saw what they did to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
You mean the most recent show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't watched it because I have no inclination.
Well, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is one of Will's biggest achievements. Like even to this day, so
yeah, that's a show.
One of the best rated TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And based on Jada's like direction and stuff like that, they turned it pretty much into Degrassi with black kids. Like Aunt Viv is like one of the most pretentious women out there. Uncle Phil he's all about status.
Yeah, he's running for office apparently or something.
Yeah, like he's all about status. He doesn't really care about the kids. I saw it, and what do you call her? Not Hillary. Carlton, who was about status, but he was still humble. Nah, out the window. Complete narcissist.
I hear this shit changes as the show goes on, though. I know he was smoking cocaine and shit in that bitch, though.
Yeah.
But I hear by like the end of the season, he changes on him and Will makeup and stuff.
Yes, they do. But I'm looking more so at the symbolism of what that show was for a lot of black people. And then you take it and you
make it into the generic thing.
Yeah. Like that woman has tempered on.
I don't know, man. There's not really. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up soon. There's not really a show. There's not that many shows about a black being black.
That's positive.
Well, because it always seems like if you look at Blackish and Grownish and stuff like that, which is supposed to be shows that the black people are the lead, it's always like I don't know. Like I look at that and I'll be watching them shows, man. I don't know. I kind of ball it up to that probably because I'm from a different country. I'm from Barbados or some shit. But I watch a lot of them shows. I'm like, man, my life ain't nothing like this. Like I have none of these experiences.
Yeah, you can't relate to them. Whereas with Fresh Prince, it was a different setting, but you could have related to Will because Will was the common factor between the two social statuses.
Yeah, he was a common bridge.
You watch the new show and you're like, what is pretty much watching Power?
Hey, Power's good though.
At least Power honest. You know what Power's about.
Yeah, you know what Power's about.
Power don't stand for nothing positive black. Yeah.
Well, you get rich off of selling that shit. I'll give it to 50 Cent though. He ran with that, man. He pretty much owns Cinemax at this point.
Pretty much.
No, is it Cinemax or is it Showtime?
Cinemax.
Nah. Cinemax got bought out, so it's got to be Show. It's got to be. No, I got to look it up.
They got bought from Showtime.
They got bought. They got bought by Warner Brothers. That's why it's called HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
It's HBO and Cinemax combined. HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
So I think Power is probably Showtime. Let me see. Stars. Yeah, he pretty much owns that shit. He got how many books of Power are there? No, they're doing one with the one white dude that was in the original show.
The spin-off Max or whatever his name is.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, to have so many, it's good to see though. You know, it's good to see. Do your thing, 50 Cent. I'm not the biggest fan of the show, but that's because I like a lot of like, you know, sci-fi shit. That's just me.
That's the thing, yeah. You know, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that we don't like, but because of what we go through as black people, we still support them. You know, and it's good to see when they win.
All right. So what are we gonna do next week? The week after? Your turn to pick, because I picked this one.
I don't know, bro. I do not know. There was one that you said you really wanted to do.
Oh God.
I can't remember what it was.
There was one that I can't remember its name right now. Was 86? Was it 86?
86 was one, yeah.
But that wasn't the one that I talked about, huh? My God, bro.
It's cool. We'll come up with something. Last episode I said I think I might get you to do Cash Earned Sins.
Cash Earned Sins. Oh my God. I remember watching that shit years ago.
Yeah. Because I was gonna rewatch it because the first time I watched it, I was like, yo, this stuff is boring. And then the second time I watch it, I was like, this stuff boring, but the story kind of good. So now I kind of want to watch it when I'm older because I think it was for adults. It was not for kids.
Yeah, I remember when I watched that. Watched it the original time. It was like I kind of understood the premise of it. It's just so fucking slow. Yeah. Oh my God, I was struggling through it.
Let's not do that. I'll find something and I'll text you.
No, I'm like here looking to because I remember it was. I remember what show it was, man. It started. I think I had talked about it in a previous when I did.
You talked about it in top 5.
Was it in top 5? Nah, because if we do
Yeah, because we had a list. We were supposed to do He-Man and stuff like that, and then something else.
fucking
And it was
He-Man.
one that you really wanted to do.
Jesus. All right, we'll have to think about that. So we're gonna leave it to be determined. But
it'll surprise you.
I hope so. Shit, they don't give me like heart problems.
Also, quickly before Shawn jumps off, I would just like to say from me and my bro Shawn, thank you for all 99 subscribers on the channel. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm trying to get Shawn to do more horror giveaways so we can get a good laugh.
Yeah, bro. The horror day is done. I did one. I didn't even post it. I delete that shit, bro. Like, it's just like, nah, you know what, man? This ain't good for my soul. And apparently that game wasn't even like super scary. I was just freaking the fuck out for nothing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. What is it? The Evil Within. If we could get you to play that would be dope.
The Evil Within. I think I get that on Game Pass with my Xbox. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I got a PlayStation 5. I've been trying to get it to stream on my fucking computer, but it doesn't look good, man. That bitch be pixelated. I was like, how the Xbox One looks crisp, but it's all Microsoft, so it makes sense. But then you get like the PlayStation, it's like, like if I look at my TV, it's crisp, and then I come here on my screen, it's like,
because they use either 4K or 5K. So then if you put it on a screen that's downgraded, it can look bad.
It looks terrible. So, and I got some games on there that I would like to play, but I guess I'm gonna just have to like not do that.
Don't do it, man.
Oh, To Your Eternity. Is it that one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, To Your Eternity. So that's it, guys. We picked it
on Crunchyroll.
Yes, I just pulled it up.
All right.
Because I had finished it.
Yeah, boy, about to pay for that now.
I've been paying for it for years. Verve. VRV.co. See if you're able to get that. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We had an hour 42. Even with the fucking new, well, we did our shit has been long. I also got to get out of here. I gotta go meet my girl for dinner with her mom. So it's her mom's birthday. Yeah, the mom's cool. So as always, guys, be sure to subscribe. Get me to 100, guys. Come on, we almost there. Almost there, man. I'm just waiting.
It'll happen, man.
We've been fighting with this thing for a little bit. I know it's slow growing.
That was a year ago, and we get there like in March.
It's April. It's April. We're not 100 yet, but I get what you're saying. We like right there compared.
Yeah.
The views are getting a little better. Before it was always like 10, 7. On a good time you get 20. No, I saw one that was like a recent one that was like at 98 views. I'm like, oh my god, I've grown. So, hey, like Dwayne said, appreciate you. Just if you want to see more, we got a lot of stuff on the channel for you to see. Just go ahead, drop that subscribe, leave a comment if there's any anime you want to see. And as always, stay safe out there. Peace.
See you later.